I think it might be that time. Am I starting it early? Yeah, 5 minutes early, but who cares? Let's just do this. Oh, up a little high.
Distance Nerding.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Distance Nerding. We got a new name for the show, and I'm hoping that everybody likes it. Welcome to The Build. I am your host, your boy, Young Phil, a.k.a. Unipool. I don't know. I guess I'd be that. But guys, I got to bring it on. I got to do this. Coming to you live from the Taco Cave. It's your boy, Young Phil. Now, I'm terrible at this, and I forgot to change my banner. So let's go ahead and change the banner. Let's go with that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first. First thing I got to do is introduce my lovely co-host, the one, the only, the rising bird of flame that's here to just shine a light in your life like she's done mine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl, Phoenix. Wait a minute, wrong button.
Hey.
How's it going, Phoenix?
It's been a long day. How about yours?
I mean, my day's been okay. I did a little bit of off-stream gaming and whatnot and everything like that, just trying to get my levels up and everything like that. But outside of that, you're coming from a dark area today, right?
I am, yeah, from Medford, Oregon.
From Medford, Oregon. She is not in California, people.
Nope.
But that being said, real quick before I introduce our guest, because I'm really excited about the guest that we're bringing on here, I got to bring up our, number one, my boy Emmett, because without Emmett, this show is not done right? But on top of that, our unofficial sponsor, Zoa. Dwayne Johnson, please sponsor our show. But if not, I will continue to drink your drink. I actually froze it this time, and it's very frosty, so it looks liquidy, so it's good. I'm gonna go with that. If it's partially a Slurpee, I'm okay with that too.
Oh, yeah.
But
you froze it? Is it easy to pour, or is it like that comes out?
No, it's actually a little more viscous than it normally is, but it's still coming out. It doesn't seem as like carbonated.
Yeah.
That's a word. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I have to introduce this now. This person is, I guess, little person is a viral sensation right now, and we're bringing on his dad. But I mean, he's all over the internet right now. Just a cosplay maniac at 6 years old. So I'm super excited to talk to his dad and him himself. We met him at LA Comic-Con as Kidpool, but since then we've seen his Spider-Man, we've seen the Mandalorian, all mini versions, and right now he is blowing up on the internet because of his Green Goblin, and it's intense. It is badass. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Logan Dominic Cosplay. Hold up.
How's everyone doing? This is awesome. First time on one of these. It's so cool.
Yeah, man. It's fun stuff. While you guys
Logan is actually sick, so we probably won't be seeing him. He's in bed right now. Got caught a cold.
Oh.
Which apparently is going around.
Yeah.
I hope it's
I was gonna
nothing
say my
serious.
wife is sick like that right now.
Oh.
No, he's good. He's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
before we jump into the interview, just making sure that you guys know what I'm building today. So we put a poll out in the Distance NERDington post, and the winner of the "which one do you want me to build" post is the Marauder from Bad Batch. So this actually comes with all of the Bad Batch characters, which is funny. It actually includes Crosshair before he turned into a douche. But
I mean, he might still be a douche. You never know.
I think so.
He's I mean, he was kind of douchey before he turned to the dark side, but he was like 20 times more douchey after that.
Didn't he reveal that he had the chip out a long time ago and he's just acting of his own accord? Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like 20,000 times more douche.
Yeah. So how are you doing? In fact, let's start from the beginning. can I talk about what got you guys into cosplaying? 'Cause I'm really curious. Not everybody just wakes up and goes, "Okay, I'm going to cosplay today."
Oh my god, the
Uh,
frozen version of this drink
no,
is
yeah.
amazing.
Actually, he was when he was born. Obviously, I'm always been always a comic book fan. Like I've been always been like a nerd geek. You know what do you want to call it?
Mhm.
Uh, we did name him Logan because Wolverine. And so when I pitched it to his mom, like, hey, let's what about Logan? And she's like, she knew about Wolverine, obviously, and they're like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So I stuck to him. I think he was like months old. I think like probably 7 months old. I made him his first little Wolverine. I believe I have a picture of it somewhere on my Instagram. But he was like months old. I made him the whole mask, like the classic Wolverine, and that was just a little simple thing. But once he got to 2 years old, the movie Deadpool came out, um, and with Ryan Reynolds, and he saw it. I'm not gonna lie, he did see it. I'm gonna get probably a lot of hate from that because I was like, oh, why would you let him watch an R-rated movie?
Hey, you
Um,
know
you
what?
know,
I don't blame you at all. I'm not upset with that because Deadpool is my all-time favorite character, and I got into Deadpool when I was 7, so I wasn't that much older than him when I got into Deadpool. He was less
I
far
mean, I don't
away,
know.
from him, but
Yeah, I don't know what gravitated towards him, but he just liked Deadpool. He
mhm.
saw it. He wanted to be him, and then he asked me like, "Hey, Dad, like, oh, I want a costume." And at the time, they weren't selling any Deadpool costumes that from the movie.
Yeah,
Uh, so
Oh yeah.
so this in mind, I didn't prior to all this. I didn't. The only thing I knew how to do that was under my belt was sewing. That's the only thing I knew how to do. I always knew how to sew. But as far as sculpting and making props or whatever, I don't know. So me being me, uh, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and make you one. And I made him the costume first, which I got. I went to go to some fabric at the local fabric store. Sewed it together, made the panels and everything. The hard part came when it was the mask because I was like, well, how am I gonna do that to make it look somewhat accurate?
right.
So at that point, I had to learn how to sculpt. I went to YouTube. I looked up sculpting videos, how to the minimalist thing to do, and that's when I just started sculpting. I made the fascia. I looked up how to make a fascia. So I made the fascia and then made the eyes and everything. I molded it. Again, I didn't know how to mold, so I had to look up YouTube again how to mold, and so I did that. Everything came out well. There was a few I was gonna say um, some stuff that didn't go well, so I had to make like a few until I got it correct,
Mhm.
and for it to fit them. Um, so I did it, went about it. I still had to make the hood for it that goes over the face shell. So like I said, I knew how to sew, so that wasn't that big of a deal. Um, so then I had to figure out how to make the eyes attach without it, staying on, so we could take them
Yeah.
off and in case he wants to see. So I'm like, okay. So I saw some videos on people used magnets, like, which I believe that's what they use a lot of it for the Spider-Man shows.
Yeah,
That's where I saw it from, and I did that. And it worked out well. He put it on. I think the first time he put it on, he was literally just walking around. He does this thing every time I make him a new suit. He does this thing
Mhm.
that he goes once I put it on, he goes to the mirror. He just looks at himself. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at himself up and down, and then just turns around, looks at me like, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm glad it's to your liking.
I love.
But I find it fun. Like now he does that like all the time. Every time I can make a new suit, it's hilarious. Um, so yeah, so once I put the suit on, we call it. I didn't think much of it. I didn't know nothing of the cosplay world at all.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I so I put it on. I put some pictures up, and it went viral. Like at the time, because Rob Liefeld had reposted them,
Mhm.
and I was like, I woke up to all this kinds of like notifications. What was going on? Like I said, I don't know of this cosplay community, so I don't know what was going on. I'm like, what? So I saw him on
Mhm.
Twitter. I saw him on this and then one of my buddies said like, hey, he's a big geek as well. He's like, hey, Rob, like, put up your kid, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Like, so I went to go look at his page, and sure enough, there was Logan, and from that point on, like, someone had suggested like, oh, you should try going to cons, and I think that our first con was LA Comic Con at the time, and I think at the time it was called Kamikaze Con.
Right,
The
right. I
one
remember.
and
So which year was that? Which year was that?
oh, that's uh, he was 2 years old, so he's six now. So like,
Oh wow.
2017, I want to say.
Okay.
Um,
2017.
I'm loving how young these kids are getting into cosplay, man. Because we met another
yeah,
cosplayer there that was he was a Mark One Iron Man, and he was like just like Logan. How because I follow you guys on social media, how Logan gets into his characters,
Mhm.
right?
uh-huh.
Like this kid was like super into being Mark One Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I saw his mock when I was like, whoa. This
Yeah,
year's LA Comic Con like contestants were like they really raised the bar. I was like, I know you guys saw this kid with a whole boat. They made him like a boat thing and running around. I was like, wow, like yeah, it was really cool. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, some
I'm, like,
guy said that
I'm
he knows
loving
a
this.
photographer.
Yeah, it's
These
so
these
good.
Comic Cons. Yeah, these Comic Cons are reminding me of like Fashion Week, where you got to come right,
Yes,
and you got to come clean,
exactly.
and yeah.
Like you have to come up with like people start off early to get cosplay ready just for that event. So
Yeah.
walk around and show out kind of thing, and which is cool because gives some people something to do, like a good hobby. It's a fun thing to do. You make, like I said, you meet great people. I met a lot of great people through this community. That and then it's cool they share the same thing that you love, kind of thing. So that's always great. So yeah,
I've
so
noticed.
from that, sorry, was that?
I was saying I've noticed that a lot too. Like the cosplay community, a lot of the time you run into a lot of like really good people. Like a lot of people who are very supportive and are more likely to help out and be positive than just be a
Mhm.
dick. Which like you run into a lot of those people too. But
Oh, you
more often
definitely do.
you see good people in the cosplay community.
I've had my share of those, but
Yeah,
I honestly just ignore them. There's other people that that talk for me, and like I don't say, but they have. That's why you love the community because the community, they'll bash them instead of you, and they're like, they'll
right.
go ahead and comment them and like, you leave them alone. You just like, hey, la, la, la," and it's fun. It's like, see, there you go. That's a great
Yeah.
community right there.
uh, yeah, as toxic as we can be, we can also be very protective of our own,
Mhm.
Mhm.
especially if they're already well loved. And it seems like he is. Like,
Oh, definitely
is
is.
he? Yeah, yeah. He is. He's a little celebrity now.
There,
It's
there
you know
are
what?
full grown adult celebrity cosplayers that aren't getting as much attention as he does. Like he's getting articles on GeekWire, and that's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of articles like this one I just posted yesterday that I didn't even know about. I was it's called Movie Geek, I think, the moviegeek.com, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
They made an article of him on his Batman suit that I made last year. I made him
yeah.
the Robert Pattinson one. And I was on Google Images looking for references pictures because that's what I do when I make a new suit, like for detail. Like I try to get as the best detail like to the suit I can.
Mhm.
So I go for reference picture, and then I come across his picture, and I'm like, "What's this?" It's weird seeing him in Google Images. Like, and I click on it, and it takes me to this article that I apparently someone wrote a whole article on him about like, this kid, this is that did a Batman suit, and they put up some of his others costumes costume, which is the Mandalorian and all that. And I was just like, what? And this was published in 2020 of November. And I was like, how am I just seeing this? Like, it was
Yeah,
like,
I came across one that was talking about like just how Disney was all excited about his mini
yeah,
Mandalorian costume, and I was like, holy crap, man!
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, and like you said, like you he gets he's well known. Where like I forget that he's well known. I guess to me, I just put his pictures up, stuff like that. He loves I the comments every time he gets comments, I read it to him. He's a bit of a narcissist. I'm not gonna like he loves reading. He always asks me, "Oh, Dad, what do they say about me? Oh, Dad, what do they say?" I'm like, "Oh," so I have to read all the comments to him.
I mean, I
So
think we're
sometimes,
all narcissists because I
Yeah.
can 100% admit that since I started doing Unipool, I've been getting a lot of attention, and it's just like I want more of it. I like this. I want
yeah,
more of this.
Hmm.
attention.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you're right. And then with him, he loves it. Um, what you call it? So yeah, so like I said, like I forget that he's well known. So when I go to cons, people will come up to him like, oh my god, Logan," and I freak out. 'Cause I'm like, "Whoa, how do you know my son? Like, how do you know his name?" And
He's a
I'm like,
celebrity
"Oh
now.
no,
Yeah.
I follow him." I'm like, "Oh yes, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry." I was like, but I
I was
freak out.
just I was
Because you
just
get real
teasing
protective,
Phil that
right?
I am,
teasing Phil like
I
he
am,
should have
I
gotten
have to
your
be.
I was just teasing Phil he should have gotten your autograph when he met you guys.
I
Oh,
mean, now that we're like look back on it, it's like we should have got his autograph.
Yeah.
and he does that. He recently started doing that but like a month ago because he was a cosplay guest at this convention called Invasion con,
Mhm.
and they gave him his own booth. So we made some pictures, and he was legit like signing it for people. And
That's
it came to a point where he was walking around and he would see like a certain cosplayer that he liked, and there's this Batman in the full Batman suit that he liked it. So he went back to the table, and this is me. Looking from afar because I was sitting somewhere else, and he was with his mom, and I'm just looking like what is he doing? He goes back, gets the picture, signs it, and gives it to the guy. I'm like, look at this kid over here. The guy was like, oh wow, thank you. Like he's always giving out.
Oh.
this kid is like getting his taste of celebrity already.
So it was funny and cool to see. But yeah, like I said, like that's how we got into it pretty much, and from that point on, we went to cons, and we liked it. We love all like to say. He loves seeing all the cosplayers. Like, 'cause he's a big like, um, I guess geek you could say, because he does watch a lot of Marvel, a lot of DC, and he has a pretty good knowledge of stuff that I trip out sometimes. Like where did you even hear that at? You know?
How are you 6 years
So
old?
yeah. Which one does he like best? He's gotta have a favorite. Marvel or DC?
He actually likes Marvel more. Yeah. Like
Okay,
he
my guy.
but DC is not that far because he loves the Flash, he loves Batman. Um, one that he really wants to do that I haven't done for him is the Green Lantern. Um,
Ooh, that'd
Mm,
be dope.
that one's more of a I'm trying to figure out how to create a whole the green power thing to look cool.
mhm.
Um, I just made him Flash, so that's another one that he's been wanting for a very long
All the
time. So I made him
Flash
that.
one, and that looked really good.
Thank you. Yeah, that one's now the one I'm working on right now that it was supposed to be out for LA Comic Con, but I didn't have time at all. But it's already molded, it's already ready to go. I just need to make the copy, which of your thing is the Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Just because he's coming out with he's going in the new Flash movie, so it's time to get some pictures out with him, get it ready for all that. He has Flash already, so get some
So
pictures
you
together like that.
you said you knew how to sew. Where did you learn to sew? From a family
My
member
my
or?
mom actually no, my mom she was a seamstress. That's where she worked. We used to work at, and back then when I used to live with her, she used to make me sew a lot of stuff that like let's say that would rip. Like sometimes my uniform would rip. She's like, well, go and sew it. I'm like, well, I don't know how to sew. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to figure it out. I'm like, so she would like put me right there and then, and put me sew like. And the thing is, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard either.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of like patience kind of thing. And I almost took my finger out once. I'm not gonna lie, like
Ooh.
almost sold my finger. But She just told me how to do it, and from that point on, I've been doing it.
Nice.
Which has worked out pretty well for your son. Looks like.
Very well, yeah. And for me, because it's easier for me to make a lot of stuff, because I don't have to like purchase some stuff that let's like for like onesies, for example, like the muscle suits. I sew them together so I can put the muscle suits over, or else I want to buy like a morph suit, and that I think they cost like $30, and they take forever to get here. Sometimes then the certain costing to be done, so it helps out. Oh, look at that!
Trying to get it to focus. It's
Or like Greg Hicks says he knows a photographer.
that did the
That
green.
did the video of Logan, yeah.
Oh, the well, which video? Because there's a couple.
And then with the,
I was gonna say
The
which
viral
video,
one is
Greg?
me.
The
Yeah, the
viral,
viral
video,
one will
okay.
be me. Yeah, and there's another one that there's this guy made a video of him. His name is Jake Seha. He saw him at the Americana, and he edited this whole video, like kind of Green Goblin coming out with the bombs and everything. It was really cool.
Ooh, okay, so the Jake Saha.
Jake Seha, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that guy. Yeah. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. He's a young guy too. He's 21 years old, I believe.
oh, wow.
And he has I think
Crosshairs.
like 4 million views on TikTok and all. He's really well known, so really good guy.
Yeah, I saw there was graphics and everything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So got crosshairs and Hunter.
You mean Crosshair and Hunter?
Unta. All right. Building here.
Yeah. In fact, I can relate with the what you said about the suit. I ordered one of those little onesie things because I'm putting together a Mandalorian. It's ridiculous. They're expensive and they often come smelling really bad because they're coming from overseas. Yeah.
And you can't even you can't get that smell out. That's really weird.
No. Actually, you know what it does? Because I also deal with belly dancing costumes. If you take vodka and you soak it absolutely with like a squirt bottle, you soak it with a vodka and then leave it out in the sunlight, the smell will go away, but it takes a while. And then you start smelling like a bar. But yeah,
that's the smell that everybody wants to smell like.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Logan walking around smelling like a bar.
No.
No question.
Because
Is your 6-year-old been drinking?
Yeah. Because the vodka ggets rid of the bacteria, which is what's making all that stuff smell. But it smells like ocean water because it's been in the bottom of a boat usually.
Yeah.
Have we talked about the media explosion? Yeah, in fact, James Navarro is asking about the media exposure on the Goblin video. What did your son make of that when it first blew up?
I mean, like I say, at the end of the day, he's still 6-year-old, so there's not much he understands as how far or how big that is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I woke up to it. Like I woke up to like a bunch of DMs and a lot of like companies pages like, hey, can we repost it? Hey, and we're talking about like Complex, 9gag, mixtapes, those kind of pages. Hey, like DM me, like I'm like, yeah, go ahead, and then you have like me reading the whole thing, and I think it started obviously because this guy named on Twitter is called Blue Angel. I follow him on TikTok. Apparently, him on Twitter, he put Logan's video up, but then Spider-Man No Way Home page, they're the one that retweeted it. So that's where it came. All that stuff came from. So when I woke up, like I said, I woke up to all DMs and text messages like And the funny thing, I will go to some messages from like high school people that I don't even know that they knew I had a kid. I was like, "Hey, is this your son?" I'm like, "Yeah, hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in like years."
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
thanks. I mean, I know you want to just talk about my son, but how have you been
"Yeah,
Yeah.
in school?
exactly." Like, "Oh, but how you been?"
By the way, you
Um,
bullied me back in the day, right?
right. Hey, how you doing, sir? By the
When you were
way, you had a
to me,
scar. Like,
By the way, I
and
want to
yeah, it's
acknowledge
just
real quick. Hello to Tyler Yancey and Julia Vonich. Thank you for joining us. I know I haven't acknowledged you yet, but yeah. Hi guys.
got a gonk droid here.
nice.
So
Your brother is pretty quick.
does
Oh yeah,
he
no, I
does
moved
he
to this stuff.
does he realize that that he's sort of got, I mean, obviously, since he's obviously giving out autographs, does he realize that he's got this stardom, like the news is reporting on him?
Yes, and like I said, like with stuff like that, I tell him everything that goes on. And
Hmm.
I always tell him, like, look, this is who we posted you, and this is your comment, like this how many likes you got. He does follow YouTube. He does want to be a YouTuber, so he knows what a lot of likes or a lot of views mean. Um,
Hmm.
so one of the videos got like 1 million views, and I showed him like, look, buddy, you got 1 million views on it. He's like, what? I was like, he loves it. He freaks out. He flips out. He loves it. Kind of
I hope
thing.
you be as cool as Logan someday.
Yeah,
I wish I could be a cool Logan someday.
yeah. I mean, I want to grow up to be Logan now.
Like, but yeah, like he does understand to a certain extent. Like I said, I'm like he's still a 6 year old. So he doesn't fully know what a lot of these pages are or what it means.
Mhm.
But I do explain it to him as far as I can. Just so make it too what you call it so it won't make it too weird for him where like he doesn't like, well, why they posting me, why are they doing it, like why so many people posting me kind of thing. I do make him understand that kind of stuff. uh
You're
but
viral.
yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, like it just went viral. It's just really just, and to this day I'm still getting like people messaging me like, hey, can we post this video? I got one yesterday from India. Like, hey, we're from India, on our page, can we post? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Kind of thing.
That's pretty cool. It's like when you become
Uh,
international. That's like hella cool.
dude, the fun part is I do tell them when because people are like, hey, from so and so from Brazil saying hi. I'm like, oh, that's good. I told him like, look, buddy, so saying hi from Brazil. Again, he doesn't know where Brazil is, so.
They're saying hi from
He'll
He's
Brazil.
like,
find out.
oh, cool.
He'll find out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
Actually,
cool. What is it?
in the comments, they're asking about the Goblin outfit, how long it took, and what went into the glider and such.
Okay, so with that, I already knew that I wanted to do the Green Goblin, and with all the cosplays, I always ask him, "Do you want to do that one?" Because if he doesn't like doing it, he's not gonna get into it. He doesn't get into character, and he loves getting into character. He does this thing where like if he wants to do a character, he'll look at videos or YouTube and stuff like that, and he'll be like, "Oh, let's see what they do. Oh, let's see what kind of how they move." I'm like kind of stuff like okay. He does a little research kind of thing. So with Green Goblin, he's already been a fan of like Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire. That's actually one of his favorite Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, because he used to watch him back then before the whole Tom Holland thing came out. He was already
Mhm.
watching them, so he liked that suit. So he already knew who Green Goblin was. So when he came around about again, I thought, look, but like he's coming out in the new movie, and he said like, yeah, yeah, like oh, what we should do? We should do that like with his glider. And the funny thing is, he was the one that had the idea for the hoverboard. He's like, oh, we should do the glider with a hoverboard. I'm like, you know what? That actually sounds like a good idea.
It's
And
dope.
Yeah.
I was like in my head, I was like, but how would I do that? Like, how would I? Okay, so I had to obviously think about it, and I thought like, okay, well, would you want to do it? Like, we would get the glider, yeah. I'm like, okay, so we had to go like, okay. So I did the glider. So first off, I did the suit. So the suit is merely just EVA foam. What I did was I made the onesie, the little morph suit, the green thing. I sewed it together. The pieces, I just got reference pictures, and I do this thing with a lot of the suits. I put what do you call it like this plastic wrap on them, and I put tape around them, and then I cut it out, and then that's where I draw the pieces to see how to get a perfect shape of how it will go on his body. So
Hmm.
I do that. I cut out the pieces. I look at the picture, and then I just freehand it. I just freehand the drawing, and
Hmm.
then I cut it out, and then I put it onto an ABA foam piece, and then I cut that out, and then I glue it onto a suit, and
Hmm.
that's pretty much it.
That is so
Um,
interesting, man.
So
and
most
the
of that is
thing that
foam.
yeah, the suit is made out of foam. The helmet is three D printed. Yeah,
Wow.
everything else is EVA foam. Um, which kind of the challenging part was the little line rivet things that his suit has, the undersuit, like by the neck part and the arms. That's what
Mhm.
I was trying to find everything else that I could figure out to see that would be comfortable. Because at the end of the day, everything I do for him has to be comfortable and
Right.
light. He does walk around and then photo shoots. Gets tired. So I couldn't find anything. I'm like I tried everything, nothing was working. And then I saw the glue gun and I was like, let me try this. I just sprayed the glue gun like up and down in a swirl and it dried out and I sprayed it and to the green color and like it looked really well. Like, you know what, this can work. And it worked out perfect.
Wow.
That's just
It's
like at the end of the day, he is still 6. So it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, like he worked out. Um, and now the paint, that's where I get a lot of questions out of the paint. Because it is a they call it a color shift where it does go from green to purple.
Hmm.
So and apparently that's in the movie. His suit, Willem Dafoe's suit does have that color shift, colors kind of going on. So again, I was just gonna paint it, neon green or metallic green. That's how I was gonna go. But I was actually at Michael's and I saw this. It's for 10. It's the ones they use for model kits for like for Gundam, for car kits, stuff like that. That's the section that where I got it from, and it's called Tester's Craft, and then the thing is called Color Shift. The one that I got it was green copper. So when you spray it, it goes from green metallic green to like a purple copper, like three colors in one. It's so cool. I got it, tried it on the one of the pieces I already had for the helmet, and it looks
Hmm.
so good. So I'm like, oh, I can't wait to put on the whole suit. Once I put on the whole suit, I was like, oh, this is definitely gonna work.
Perfect.
And yeah,
Wow.
I'm like
and
super
then
Uh,
impressed by all this.
and then the glider part.
Amazing, man.
That part, it's just it's funny thing because a lot of people that saw the glider and you see the comments. It's funny because they're like, "Oh, this
yeah.
guy has money. This guy, oh, his parents are just rich. That's why they just bought everything." It's really not the case at all. Like I could tell you, like the whole suit itself cost me $20 to make. To be honest,
Really. Well,
So
like
I'm gonna
he's
need
still
a contract
small
out to start
too.
making suits for me.
like it's really not that much. It's just a matter of like cutting it well and knowing where to put the pieces and spray painting it. I mean, like I said, the EVA foam is $1 a piece at Michael's, and I just bought like 4 or 5. That was enough to cut all the pieces.
And
So the glider
you're
is
lucky
just
he's still
uh
short too. He's still short too.
that would help out a lot actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
because to make the adult one, yeah, it's way more obviously to
Yeah.
more material, and so the glider is really just cardboard and poster board. That's all. It's just cut out in pieces, cut out the shape. The first one I made, I tried it on the glider on the hoverboard, see if it roll with it, but like the shape, I don't know why. And I got the shape from one of the like behind the scene pictures they concept pictures they took out from Spider-Man the movie, and that's where I got the shape from. And but it looked like a Batman Batman thumbs emblem when I
It
put it on
almost
thing. And so I'm like what? Um, and then a lot of people did actually when I put that first video up without his Goblin stuff. It was just him on it.
Mhm.
People did point it out, like, whoa, that's a cool bat glider kind of thing. And more started mentioning it that you couldn't unsee it after that. Like I see it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so me being the person that I am, like, which is like, I don't know what you want to call it, OCD or perfectionist, I don't know. So I had to change it.
yeah.
I cut out some pieces, some other pieces to make it more, different shape, and it worked out. And then after that, just spray painted it all metallic silver and called it a day. Yeah.
What's been the most, and I'll go to some of the comments here. What's been some of the most interesting companies that reached out as of the result of Dominic's cosplay?
I've had Ironhead Studios reach out to me. Uh, they're the one that I don't know they're behind the Batman Batfleck suit. They made the Batfleck suit.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
they reached out to me when I made Logan the Batfleck suit. The first time when I made that, they had reached out to me. They actually started following me and stuff like that. I've right now I have Guy the Sun that has reached out to me. Um,
Oh.
they wanted some videos of Logan, kind of stuff like that. There's this company called Sab Neo that they do lightsabers. They recently
Ooh.
just they sent him a lightsaber that I still need to do a video on, by the way. Sab Neo, if you're watching this,
Oh.
it's coming. Um, uh, they send me one and they're gonna send me another one to do like a giveaway kind of thing. So
Hmm.
and then I've had other people send him stuff like random stuff or like which is really cool because like I said, you don't expect it, but when we see like a package in the house like and it's labeled Logan Dominic Cosplay, we're like, wait, what? So
Yeah.
he gets excited out of it because it's something for him. They'll send him like little pieces for his cosplay. Like recently, this company called GC5X, they specialize in making Batman masks and Power Ranger stuff like that. They send him a
That
little
must make
mini
it easier, like, yeah, that must make it easier to
what
put
was
the
that?
suits together and everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. Uh, they sent him this little piece for his Batman suit, like for the Robert Pattinson one. Like he made a kid size, so I put in his belt, so which is perfect. And I'm like that sells me time on that, and his obviously well made. Mine are just 3D printed. His like a resin and everything, so that's always cool. Um, like what other companies? Huh, I don't know. Like what other company, like I could think of the top of my head. I'm sure there's been plenty more. Oh, actually, Paramount Pictures, they they hit us up for when he did Snake Eyes. I made a copy print for
Hmm.
Snake Eyes. They DM'd her like, hey, would you want to do a video for us, an ad for because the DVD was gonna come out, and
Yeah.
like, would you want to do something going on with that? And I'm like, like sure. So they did, and then they contacted me back, like, you know what? Can we have him do Storm Shadow instead? Because like kind of like fighting them, like, yeah, sure. So they gave me a deadline. They asked me how much kind of thing. Um, and so I did Storm Shadow. They wanted a video, story, and stuff like that. And sure enough, they sent me like this little video of how to put at the end of his video, which shows like coming in 4K October so and so. Grab your DVD, and before that is Logan just in his home shadow thing, doing
Hmm.
his thing in the street. So that was pretty cool. That was actually I think one of the first ones that we ever got in like ad wise paid thing that we did. Also, that was really cool.
Wow. Is this something? Is this something he wants to do professionally later, like act or be in a personality?
Yeah, because I wondered about
Well,
that too. Is I felt like just the way he gets into character and how like into it he is. Like, I mean, he's only 6 now, but I mean, like if he's
yeah.
early on into this stuff, like I'm like imagining he's gonna want to be an actor at some point, or at least try it out at
Um,
some.
I've had like friends that their kids are actually like um little actors, I guess you could say, and they've hit me up and asked like, hey, would you you should probably get Logan into this and that. Like I have some ideas that you can look at, um, kind of thing. And I've asked him like, would you want to be an actor? He doesn't know what an actor is exactly, because like I
Right.
said, nowadays kids right now they're all into YouTube, so they think the YouTubers are
Or where?
actors or celebrities or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he wants to do. He wants to be a YouTuber. Um, the whole thing of getting into character, I don't know where that came from. He just does it on his own. Where like he likes to mimic the characters. So he'll ask me like, "Oh, Dad, like, what does he do?" Like, or like, so I'll put up a video like, "Oh, like this is one of the movies like he wants to like, what's actual like, what is that character is known for? Like, oh, well, he does this, he does that." So, for example, for Green Goblin, he he did see that Willem Dafoe's character, I mean, goes like, "Oh, Peter Parker," stuff like that. So when I started doing the video, he started doing that. Like when I recorded him, he was in hoverboard. Where's Peter Parker? Bring me Spider Man. And it's just hilarious. Like, where do you get this stuff from?
That's the thing is
But he
that
gets
when he gets a little bit older, he'll understand that what he's doing is acting. So it's like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
might actually want to do that.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I don't think he understands that that's what acting is. So, but yeah, he gets into it, and like I say, right now, what he really wants to do, he wants to be a YouTuber. So we're working on, we're like trying to make like I guess vlogs or stuff like that. I think it'd be cool to start making like a blog where how he gets ready for photo shoots, how he gets like behind the scenes of his
Mm-hmm.
cosplays. I've been asked a lot from people like, "Oh, can you please make a tutorial video on how you made this, on how you made that?" And I
Yes,
try.
please.
It's hard for me because it's only me that records and edits everything,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know how to like put the camera like I don't know, I have to figure it out. But I have some people like since the Deadpool times were like, oh, please show me how do you even do that suit kind of thing. But with
Mm-hmm.
that, I was like, I would have to like literally show you how to sew because that's a lot of it takes sewing, you know. So like, if you guys know how to
I
sew,
love.
then you guys.
I was gonna say I love that his comic or his costume is so comic book accurate.
Yeah.
You know what? I try so hard to make it so comic accurate. Just like I said, I'm a nerd in heart, so I grew up with these, with these cartoons and all these comics and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
'cause there's different
it's
versions
something
of
that I
Deadpool.
love.
Yeah, like there's
Yeah,
different versions of Deadpool, and you can easily do the movie version, but with you chose to do the Liefeld pockets and like do all the different things, and he becomes more of the comic book version of Kidpool, and I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. The latest Deadpool one actually because he did a Venom before. I
Hmm.
had him a little Venom suit, and I told him like, "Oh look, buddy, there's a cover of Deadpool. It's called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and there's a bunch of Venoms around him that he killed."
Yeah,
And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, so Deadpool killed Venom?" I'm like, "Oh, he killed the whole Marvel Universe." He's like, "What? Oh, I gotta do that one. I gotta do that Deadpool." So that's how
Oh.
that one came about, and he doesn't understand the I guess time and stuff like that because he thinks that like hey dad can you make me this and that I could pull it out like in one night, like a whole suit in one out, like yeah I can, but give me like a week or two, you know. um but
it's not as
yeah,
easy
he
as it is, buddy.
uh
Like it's not as easy as you think it is, buddy.
Time to start
no,
teaching him to sew, I would say.
Right? Like at this point,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell like, you know what, you should start helping me out a little bit on your suits there. You like,
Yeah.
I did tell him that once. I was like, because he wanted a certain suit at a certain time. Like, Dad, is my thing ready? I'm like, buddy, hold on. I'm like, I'm barely making this. Hold on. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna teach you how to do this so you can help me out. He's like, I do help you out. Like, come on. I'm
I'm gonna
like,
teach you how to sell, little man.
right? I'm like, oh, you know what?
He's
You're gonna
gonna be a
sew.
little diva.
I'm like, I'm telling you, you guys should really see him in his like natural habitat. How he really is. He is fun. Like, he's a character for sure. He cracks me up all the time. That's why
I mean, good for him.
like videos don't really like show how he really is and pictures stuff like that. And that's where it comes the whole people you get those kind of people like, oh, look at him, poor kid, he's being forced to do this, stuff like that. Parents and like living the dream through him, la la la. And it's like obviously I could easily call a comment like no, but it's gonna go, it's gonna be too much. I'm like, you know what, I'll just leave it, kind of thing. I
So we're gonna
know.
set the record straight. He's already put in orders for future costumes. Hurry
Oh
up,
yeah,
Dad.
I have a
Definitely.
whole list. Like the whole 2022 is already filled. Let me tell you.
Oh boy.
If
It's,
you saw him at LA Comic Con, like you could tell he was hamming it up the whole time.
I was like, oh my god. And like I said, like it gets tiring. Where like something like, I mean, I do have a regular job where I do have to go. So sometimes it's hard to do that and then make his suit got things. So I make a
Uh,
Baby Yoda suit. I actually have made a Baby
yeah.
Yoda suit.
Ooh.
I have.
I see that.
He it's like a full, like a full size one, like of his
No,
size. It looks a little weird, but yeah,
And
so
in
him
fact,
like walking around as Baby Yoda.
Greg
yeah.
already answered another question that we've had on the chat, which is Logan Dominic Cosplay. If you guys have not seen that, he's viral and he's blowing up. So go and check him out because that is, yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, let's see. We have, oh yeah, the Baby Yoda. Actually, that's a good question. Because you're the one doing most of this cosplay. Other than it's maybe time to teach him, go grab a scissors and a glue and start gluing down, right? Is this something that you've considered like making a career? Like, because it seems like 2021 has been designer dads coming out, and because there's another channel called Designer Daddy or something, that has
Yeah,
been blowing up. Yeah.
yeah. Well, he's way past me. He's up there like that. He's doing it big. Like I would
Hmm.
want to be on his level. Designer daddy. Yeah, he's pretty cool. We've chatted a couple of times with him. So it's pretty cool. As far as career wise, like yeah, obviously, like I would love to do this as like a career. It is something that I myself did not know that I was gonna be passionate about when I started doing
Hmm.
this for him. Now I love doing it. I've done it for other people. I have made like other costumes for other people, like certain things like 3D prints, stuff like that. Uh, and it's like I like it. I like doing it. And the thing is like for me, it's the whole coming about like finishing it together and seeing the final result because you
Hmm.
see like it's like a Legos. You see a bunch of
Hmm.
pieces out, but once you put it together, it just looks so like refreshing and so like rewarding. Like I created this. So
Hmm.
so yeah, definitely I would want to get a career out of this. I haven't tried to even look at anything. So if anyone's here somewhere that knows that knows certain people, DM me. That'll be awesome. But yeah,
I
there's
I mean, I might have to hit you up about making a new Deadpool mask for me. So,
yeah.
oh nice. I'm your man.
because that latex
Uh,
one is not the business, and I need like a good
Yeah.
magnetic way eye one. I've been looking
He
into
sounds
Elmer's.
like this when he talks.
Yeah.
oh
I'm looking for this. I go, hey, my name is Wade W. Wilson.
And it's like you can You can hear like half the personality coming out of it, but it's just like it's hard.
I
It's a
bet
Lego,
like those
but
Legos
I
in
don't.
general is like it's hard to work with.
Yo, Thomas
Um,
Wong, what up? Saying hi to
Oh,
Ryan Permison in the chat, Thomas Wong in the chat, Greg Hicks in the chat.
hello
Where's your
there.
Lego set? I'm building Legos right now, Ryan.
did I win something? Yes, you won
Oh,
me.
that's right. 7:00. We're giving away a set. What's that? Is it 7 already?
6:47. I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, 7:00. We're giving away a kit here on stream.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'm working with a little bit different equipment tonight because I'm this isn't my normal battle station that I'm
No
sitting at. So yeah, so the screen's a little different for me tonight. Let's see. Glad we ran into you at LA Comic Con. Told you about Rob Liefeld getting Deadpool's on stage. Yeah. So how did that happen too? Because I didn't get to go to LA Comic Con. I got left behind. I got to hold down the fort back here, or
Yeah.
back in California
Oh.
at the time. So how did that happen? Did he approach you or?
With like I said, with Rob Liefeld, we since he did the first Deadpool when he was 2 years old. From that
Mhm.
point on, I've done other characters from that he created, like which is I did a mini what was that other character? Major X. Uh,
Okay.
he
Wow, really?
so I made Logan Little Major X, and I took him to one of the signings that he was doing in Orange County.
Mhm.
I took him over there. He took a picture, and then I took him again to this other Deadpool. I think it was Frankenstein's. It was at Frankenstein's, and that's the first time we met him as
Mhm.
Logan as mini Deadpool, and his wife was there, and his wife loved Logan. By the way, she like, oh my god, come here! Like she wanted to, like steal him or something. It was so cute because after every interaction we have after that, like we meet her, she knows who Logan is. Like, oh, little Logan is here. So from
I
that
love that.
point on, he has a I think he's his manager or someone that he always like comes up to like, hey, Rob Life wants to see you over here, and he's very like to the point. We're like, hey, Rob Life is gonna come on. We're like, oh, okay, and we're like in the middle, so like, all right, we're just dropping everything. Okay, let's go, and we go there. So that's how the LA Comic Con happened. We were at a booth.
Mhm.
We're at a booth, and he just came up to like, hey, little Logan, Rob Life wants to on stage at 12. Can you guys make it? Yeah, like okay, cool. See you guys there. I'm like,
And I
okay.
love
So
he's talking to him on stage. He goes, "Don't tell Wolverine that you dress up as Deadpool."
yeah, that was hilarious. And I'm pretty sure Logan's just like, he gets, which is surprising. He doesn't get stage fright, which is good. He
Mhm.
just doesn't know what to say. And I've had people ask me
Mhm.
like how does he do it? How does he get up there with like in front of those people? Like he goes up there, performs, and does the move, kind of thing in front of all these people. And from what I hear, like, a lot of people have trouble even getting in front of people to say
Yeah.
that, so say anything. So
Yeah.
with them, like my answer is always like, I don't know. He started from a young age. He I put him on stage for like some Comic Con, like some cosplay contest. He goes out, does his thing, comes out. Uh, I've never really asked him like how is he like good with the people? Like does he get scared? He just goes up there, does his thing, and he comes back. And he gives me like a high five after and like a thumbs up, like and when he comes out like, oh, really? Like, all right, cool. Like, oh, okay, go. That's letting me know that's his sign of when he's in cosplay has a mask, 'cause I can't see his face expressions. That's his sign of like, oh, I'm good, Dad, I'm good. Because
Yeah.
I'm like covering him, like making sure he's fine. Like when they're taking pictures, like, and I'm like, okay, 'cause I can't see his face, so he'll tell me he'll just go like randomly gave his thumbs up, and
See
I
the
was like, okay, cool, you're good. Nice, that was
Mm,
good. Look at that.
that first kit was
Um,
really just the speeders and the gonk droid.
no way.
oh, really? That whole thing was just that?
Well, the first bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's the speeders? And
I
then
take like hours just making one of those.
He
Like
takes 5 minutes.
seriously.
the longest
Yeah.
part of all of this is separating all the pieces before doing it.
That's
Once I actually
that's
get
where
to
the time goes.
very long. Yeah. Once I
It's
get
just
to the
separating
part,
the pieces.
very long.
And he's
But
a lot cleaner than me about that. Like he'll actually separate the pieces. I just hunt for them.
same. I guess that's why I take
Yeah.
longer because I just look for the pieces.
Yeah.
I separate everything because then it's easier for me to find everything when I need it.
Look at that. I'm gonna start doing that. I
It's
have
a, it's
a
a
nephew.
military man coming out of him.
A lot
Oh,
of
that's what it is.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people that have watched the show have told me that they've changed the style of how they build because of the way that I build.
I mean, you have another one here because I'm gonna change my style now too. Because seeing you
They're
build all
asking.
those and
Oh, go ahead.
no, so seeing him build all those within like an hour, that's to me that's impressive because that takes me forever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow.
I would have only gotten like through half of like one speeder. Been like, still can't find the pieces.
All right,
I
guys.
bet it would have
See you
been
next week.
separating the.
They're asking how many pieces are in the whole kit.
Oh, this is a 969 piece kit.
Wow.
Ooh.
Is that a lot or in the Lego world or?
It's not super big, but it's also not like tiny.
Hmm. What's your biggest Lego build you have made?
I just finished the Ecto one, and that was like 2,600 pieces.
Oh wow!
Nintendo was like almost 3,000.
I was gonna say the biggest one was probably the TV and the Nintendo.
Yeah, the
Right?
Nintendo TV that I built was easily the biggest one I've done.
How long did that
Which
one
is
take
funny.
you?
That one took me so the Ecto one took me about a month and a half because we do 2-hour sessions.
Oh, okay, so you only build them in the sessions.
Yeah, I'm only building during these sessions.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't sneak around and
I feel
do
like
the-
it steals from what people are coming here to watch if I'm building on my own. So
Oh, okay.
In
So
fact,
you'll
oh yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
no, say so you would definitely finish it way before a month if you were building on your own.
oh yeah, if I built it on my own, almost every kit that I build would be done in a night.
A lot of these kits
Oh,
are anywhere
wow.
between 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah, like this one's probably going to take 2 episodes because I usually get through like two to 3 bags an episode.
James
Yeah,
Navarro is
thanks,
actually
yeah.
asking
James
a
Navarro's what?
question.
Oh.
James Navarro is actually asking a question. Do you cosplay or what do you cosplay? Any father-in-law plans for a con? Oh yeah, I was kind of curious about that. Have you cosplayed in the past? Because you said you sewed. Have you ever dressed up yourself?
I have cosplayed in the past. I actually have a full Catholic suit that I had gotten. It was from this company called Napier's. They specialize in Catholic suits. So I got their whole thing. So I have that. I have a Wolverine cosplay that I the way he did it is from Napier's as well, but I got it and I painted it to look like the classic Wolverine from the cartoon. Um, so and
So
that one I wore it when Logan was Magneto to a Comic Con.
nice.
So he was Magneto and I was Wolverine, so walking around like that.
I saw the
But
Magneto and that
oh, you
Magneto
saw that?
costume.
That's actually a fan favorite to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I have to bring that one back. Um, but as far as that's the only thing that I've cosplayed. I'm not much of a cosplayer just because when I go to cons, it's super hard to cosplay and try to like follow him and pictures and everything. It's it's
You're
impossible.
usually just wrangling your son more than anything.
Yeah, I have to choose one or the other kind of thing. So I said, like, you know what, no more cosplaying for me. I'm just here for him, kind of thing. But yeah, that's only two that I've done was just Wolverine. and the Wolverine we used it a couple of times with, like I said, he was Magneto, and the other time he was Cyclops, and I was Wolverine. Like we've done that. And then the Batman, I made him a Damian Wayne Robin,
Ooh,
and
looks sick as Damian Wayne. I gotta go look up that picture. I'm sure you have one, right?
yeah, yeah. I have a
Yeah.
picture. And we did a video, like a little mini movie. You wanna call it? Me and him fighting. He
Do you
was
have a sword?
obviously, yeah, he had a sword, and he was trying
Oh,
to like hit me with it. And there's actually a video also of us like practicing how to, like do the moves, which was pretty funny. Um, so yeah, that's the only time that I cosplayed. Um, he has asked me to do certain ones with him, and which one was it? That was like, I don't know about that one because yeah, he wanted. Well, which one was it? Which one was it? Oh, he was Venom, and he wanted me to do Spider Man, and I am not in the great shape to be doing wearing a spandex type suit like that. I'm like, and I do have one. I have like a one from RPC Studio that the Far From Home suit, and I was like, but I just that one I just have to put in a mannequin. I don't wear it, like, or if someone else wants to wear it, go ahead. But me, no. But he really wanted me to do it, so I tried it on just for the sake of him, so so I can show him that I cannot wear this. So I tried it. That thing did not even go past my butt. I was
I
like,
mean, there's always a Spider-Man Noir. He wears a trench coat. Like,
true.
you
yeah,
just gotta go and be Schlubby Peter.
yeah.
There you go, with the
Because
sweatpants and just put a
exactly,
jacket.
you don't have to be in good shape to do Schlubby Peter.
I mean, Miles Morales has like sweats and stuff. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
the MCU has like blown this wide open.
Yeah, so I had a respectfully decline. I'm like, sorry, buddy,
Mhm.
but I'm not gonna do it.
Would you ever consider a father-son cosplay at a con?
uh, yeah, I mean, like I said, if he really wants it, and the suit fits me, then yeah, I would definitely do. Like, there was one I think, for me, I like, I'm a big Batman fan myself, so me doing Batman and him doing Damian Wayne or any other Robin kind of thing. Well, obviously Damian Wayne. Um,
Hmm.
I think that would be cool. We haven't, we like I said, for when we did that, we only did it for the house. We were only here, and we just did it for like a little, little shoot. But to take it to a con, I think that would be pretty cool. Walking around him as me as Batman, him as like, especially because the size that he is, it looks perfect to like, my stature of like him being little Damian Wayne and me being Batman. So it would look perfect.
Hmm.
Um, so I think if he would want to do that one again, I would definitely do Batman. Like, 'cause I have a Batman suit, so it would just work out for me. So
You
yeah, I'll
guys
definitely
should,
do that one.
you guys should do Goku and Gohan.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, I made him a Vegeta one, because he wanted to be Vegeta for school. So obviously for Halloween, they didn't do the whole parade thing this year, which sucked because it was his first ever that he was gonna do that. But obviously the pandemic didn't do it, so all they did was like have the kids take their costumes. And he wanted to be, for Halloween, he wanted to be Michael Myers. He's a big Michael Myers fan. Um,
Oh really?
so so he made me, so I had to make him a Michael Myers mask. So obviously the ones they don't sell for his size. So I had a 3D print one that will fit him, and then make it into like a latex mask, and actually made him so it could fit him. So
Hmm.
I did all this. Like I said, the mold doesn't take, that one actually takes long and everything. So once I finished it, of course, him being him, he's like, you know what, Dad? Actually, I don't want that one. Can you make me Vegeta? I'm like, I just finished your Michael Myers mask. Dude, like, are you serious? Like, it wasn't easy to make. Um, but me being me, I'm like, okay. So I made him. I 3D printed the chest piece right away, and it wasn't gonna take that long. So I was like, and it was that week, so I'm like, I had to finish it by Friday. I started on Monday. Like, am I ever gonna be able to do this? I'm like, okay. I was gonna get some fabric real quick. I sewed it that night, made the muscle suit. On Friday, he was literally putting it on for the first time, and I'm still gluing stuff on him as he's has to go to school at 8 a.m. and it's like 7:30. I'm still putting stuff on, and I told her, oh, buddy, like, oh, we're cutting on time. Like, just put glue on it. Just put like tape. Like, no, it's tape that gonna hold. Like, and especially because he's gonna go to school, he's gonna be running around. Like, so. But luckily, we ended up getting it. He got to school like at 8:05. So he's like, got to be a little bit late. But he's over there walking, and he didn't want the wig, so he wanted me to spike his hair and
Oh,
spray paint it gold.
Oh.
So
oh, and he wanted to be
obviously,
super Saiyan at that.
yeah, yeah. So the kids were just walking around like with his hair like painted. They're like, "Oh man, like, mom, can I paint my hair too?" So the kids were just like, "You like, see, you over here making kids want to paint their hair. Their moms are gonna get mad at
Hey,
me."
maybe he's got a future in designing. You never know.
Oh, you should see. Like, I wish I could capture them. I have captured it once, but there's time where I wish I could capture more. A lot of the stuff, a lot of like photo shoots and then pictures or videos, he comes up with idea. Like people, like I try to tell people, like, no, sometimes there's a lot of times actually he tells me like, I wish I could capture the moments where it's like, Dad, you know what would be cool if you actually like, I'm over here like Spider Man, I'm like on the wall, right? And then Green Goblin is like getting me from the neck, and then I'm looking like, like you put like, with your phone, you put like scratches on me and get my hair, but like put water on it so it looks like I'm sweating and like I'm getting beat up, and then Green Goblin put like a bomb, like she's gonna explode me. I'm like, okay, let's do that. So
Or a movie director. You never know. Hey, Phil, I do want to mention it's 7 o'clock. In fact, past. I'm gonna get angry messages in a minute. I'm already getting nudged.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the chat right now and you want this, look at that right there, this lovely kit right here, I'm giving away a Mandalorian kit with a whole bunch of Mandalorians in it. It's a 102-piece kit right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want in on this, all you got to do is say here in the chat. I'm going to give you guys about, let's say, 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 minutes here. So at 6 minutes. At 7:10, we're going to go through everything here and see exactly who is wanting this kit. And the winner is going to be chosen by RNG. Random number generator, you say? What's a random number generator? Well, let me see. Let me just tell you what a random number generator is. It's a system that randomly chooses who wins the prize. So that way I'm fair and impartial.
Yeah.
Now, RNG.
So, congratulations, Thomas Wong.
I was gonna say RNG for some reason loves Tyler Hansky and Thomas Wong because they tend to win very often.
Yeah.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, because I see a couple numbers just popped up here. If you're new and you just came into the chat right now, all you got to do is say here, and you get a chance to win that kit right there. We only want winners here.
Yeah.
So let me while you're doing that, let me go ahead and
In
start.
fact, did you want to jump in on the giveaway?
for me,
Yes.
oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Actually, I have
I
something
actually
different planned for.
want to see how like who wins is actually excited to see when they do this kind of thing and who wins.
No worries, man. Actually, I need to get your address after this when we're done with the show because I'm going to be sending something to Logan anyways on behalf of everybody on our team.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man.
I mean, this alone is pretty cool. Like I've never, like I said, I've never been to one of these. Like It's a podcast or a stream. What would we call this?
So we're a
This is a live
podcast,
stream.
but like we also do live streams every Monday. And it's really just
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
I
cool.
can like it started off with me just building Lego, and then it's just like I want to hang out with my friends and talk, and we started like inviting celebrities on and stuff like that. So I mean that's really what a lot of this is.
Who have you guys had on the show?
So we've had like C. Andrew Nelson, who was the body of Darth Vader. We've had Jeffrey Giuliano from Squid Game.
Games.
He was VIP number 4. Gene Freeman's been on a couple times. He's one of the stunt actors from The Mandalorian. Like different people like that.
Nice. We've actually
you know some of our guests. You've met them, which is Lady Deadpool and Deadpool Fresno.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
yes,
friends of the show.
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're the ones actually who convinced me to get in on cosplaying as Deadpool. So they're the ones
really?
that were because we met him at a con before, and I was just joking around and just like I would walk up to random people and they'd be like, "Oh, you cosplaying as somebody?" "Oh yeah, I'm Wade Wilson before cancer." Yeah. I would say stuff like that, right? And they're just like, your personality fits Deadpool as it is. You should start cosplaying as him. So that Unipool was my first attempt at cosplaying as Deadpool at a con. And it was just because of them.
I nagged him for so long to come cosplay with me. Finally, LA Comic Con, he got something together.
And are you liking it so far?
I love it,
Oh,
man. I've done it at 2 events now, just because people have requested it, and then people were like asking, like, "Oh, who's the Deadpool in the in the unicorn costume? That guy's like super funny." Da, da. And I'm like, oh, this just encourages me to keep doing it.
Hey, yeah, especially you're doing Deadpool, so like your personality goes with the character perfect. So people love that.
In fact, I am not seeing Ryan commenting here.
Oh, did
If you're
Ryan
watching,
leave?
so. He goes, "What did I win?" And then he doesn't comment here.
Oh, the guy said, "What did I win?" But doesn't comment.
You want you want to call him out in the chat? Be like, "Hey, Ryan, thought you were here to win."
Right.
Told him he's got to be in the chat in order to win. If he's not in the chat, then he doesn't get a chance.
Maybe he's listening. We'll see.
We've actually met the lady behind the creation of Grogu, Baby Yoda.
Oh
Ooh.
We were at Disneyland, and that's the time that I used to take Logan as his little Mando. And so we would take him a bunch of times just as Mando. So apparently, at this time, he was already known over there as like, oh, the little Mando coming over here. So, all right. So at this time, we were walking on Batu, and she passed us, and I saw her like talking to her group, like, oh, it kind of like she wanted to say something, but I guess she was like, oh, should I not? So I just like, oh, did you want a picture? Or you're like, oh, no. I just wanted to say, she like whispered in my ear, like, I'm actually the creator of one of the creators of this Baby Yoda you're holding, because you had a Baby Yoda with him. I'm like, and I just I heard about this little man walking around, and I didn't think he was gonna be here today. But it's so cool that I got to see him. Like, oh yeah, this is Logan. And she's like, actually, can I call someone, and like I just want to see something. I'm like, sure. And she goes to the side and calls someone, and she ends up calling Dave Filoni. So she's on the phone. She's on the phone like, hey, so remember that kid, that little Mando? So I have him here, and she has on FaceTime, and as she's like going towards him, like she puts the camera like on me, like to say hey, and I'm like, holy crap, it's really him. I'm like, hi, and then she puts the camera towards Logan, and like she's turning him around, like showing him the whole suit, and she's like, look at this little Mando. I was like, and he's like, wow, where did he get that little suit from? And I'm like, and I'm like a little like a 12-year-old like, uh, I made it. Seriously, like I'm sorry if it's not better. I'm sorry. Like no. Somebody talking about it. Like that's really cool, little man. You're rocking it. Like I was like, what? So she hangs up. Like okay, all right. Just wanted you to see the little man though. And I'm like, and she hangs up. And I'm like, was that Dave Filoni? And she's like, yeah. Like I like he. We've been talking about it on set. Like we had seen him when he went viral, and we knew that he walked around here, and we didn't think we were gonna actually bump into him today. So this was actually pretty cool that we bumped into. So I had to call him. I was like, oh my god, like
That's
this is so
So
cool.
you're just meeting all the Disney and MCU royalty, is what you're doing.
I'm like pretty much, and I'm like, I didn't.
Oh, I think we lost you in audio.
Uh-oh.
Can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, while we're getting back, you might want to disconnect your earpods. It sounds like they might have died.
Yeah, your AirPods might have gone out, man. We don't hear you at all.
While he's dealing with that, did you want me to throw the names at you?
Yeah. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna open up the prize wheel here. Go ahead and give me some names here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the first name is Gino.
All right, Gino.
And then next we have Tyler,
Tyler.
Greg,
Greg.
Thomas,
Thomas.
Julie,
Julie.
Bridget,
Bridget.
Michael,
Michael.
and Ryan.
Is Ryan back?
Yeah. In fact, he's asking if he announced a winner yet.
Not yet. I'm getting ready, man. I'm about to
We're
do some
going.
RNG here right now, Ryan. So let's do this. Add segments. All right, let's go ahead and bring this in on the screen so everyone can see it.
Go ahead and add Phoenix. That's the one I've been wanting.
Hold on.
I never win, so I mean, I'm not really that much of a threat.
Let me put this on the screen. Home tab, prize wheel. All right. Okay, we'll add Phoenix. All right. And here we go. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Oh my God! Ryan Permison! Yes!
Congrats,
Ryan, you are the winner, sir. Now we can see this is not cheating in any way. I literally just click on it and it chooses who wins. So,
yeah.
Ryan Permison, you are the winner here. My man Ryan, I think I might still have your address, but I'll message you to get your address back so I can make sure I send that back to you with a whole sticker pack along with it.
He just knew tonight that he was going to win.
He knew he was going to win that.
Yeah.
He really is our number one Star Wars fan. I'm sure there's not very many people that know him.
Oh yeah.
The human quote.
If there's anyone that I'm happy to see that go to, it's Ryan.
It really is. I'm really excited that Ryan Permison won that.
We still can't hear you, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't hear anything, man.
Sometimes you have to go into the settings and hit let's see. I'll remove it. Better? No? And maybe the headphones died.
Ryan is the Harry Dunn to my Lloyd Christmas. Damn it.
You're both clicking. Odd. Okay.
Now, Phoenix, I gotta look here. What is this shirt, sweater / thing you're wearing here? Let me see.
Loki. It says
Of course, it's Loki.
chaos and destruction. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That is James. That is a good thing right there. Actually, let me make that real quick. So it is at Logan Dominic Cosplay.
Mm-hmm. We're having some technical issues. If you can't come back, thank you so much for joining us. We've got your. Oh yeah, he needs a Distance NERDington shirt too. By the way, he's asking for one. Ryan is.
Oh yeah, for sure, brother.
I'm already losing my voice. Notice this? I'm I'm in Oregon.
Have you been?
And
is that
there's
why you're losing your voice, or?
yeah. I'm in the snow. It's really cold out. Yeah. Oregon for the first time in a while is getting smashed with snow. Yeah, it's been really cool to share his cosplay stories. I'm really excited to see what Logan does.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be following him for years to come to see where he goes. So we do have Logan size shirts. We might if we can get a hold of his dad again, we might need to shoot them over or find out what size shirt he wears.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, because we'll be sending out that thing, so hopefully he can follow us too and become a Distance NERDington fan. Who knows?
I know, right? Maybe he becomes a fan of ours, like we're a fan of his.
Yeah, because I'm a huge fan. I was so jealous. You guys were like, "Yeah, we met Kid Deadpool." That was so cute. Let's see. Maybe even Collecticon. Yeah, because he is pretty local to us. I won't say. Yeah, they're in California.
No, right, but where? You know.
I'm not entirely sure, and I'm not sure if he wants to give that out. So.
Well, I mean, just like what area? Like, just be like, are you in the Bay Area kind of thing?
I think he's closer to us as far as location.
Oh, so he's up north. He's like up here?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Greg says they still don't have snow in Denver. So Oregon has more snow than Denver. That's is the world ending? I'm actually quite surprised because I photographed Oregon this time last year because Oregon had just been smashed with, or just been hit with a really giant fire that took out a lot of the Northwest. And so one of my favorite towns, which I don't know if you can guess the name, has something to do with my name, in Oregon, which is Phoenix, Oregon. They're a very, very small town. You can literally drive through it in 2 minutes. But they were just leveled by fire. So I came through this time last year and I photographed it, and it was absolutely dry, almost warm. I was wearing, three-quarter shirts and shorts, and hopefully he's coming back on. That's better?
Oh no, still don't have audio.
No. Still no audio. Sometimes you have to go to your settings and choose your AirPods, which is what I had to do.
I wonder what happened.
But yeah, I photographed Phoenix, Oregon, and Talent, Oregon, and all sorts of towns around here. And yeah, I was really, really warm. If you go and look at my pictures from last year. And this year, I'm bundled up. In fact, I'm wearing my Thor sweater right now. I call it my Thor sweater because Gino cosplays as Thor wearing this sweater. Fat Thor.
Wearing that
Depressed
sweater?
Thor. Yes. He says we got 1 inch of snow in this season in Denver. That's crazy.
Did we want to start jumping into the news bracket?
I was going to ask about that. 'Cause I know we kind of got sidetracked. He's still trying. Oh, are you still here?
He's still here. We're just not getting any audio.
I thought I heard him. No. Oh, we can't hear you.
I wonder. Let me see if there's any audio settings on our end.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, his mic settings are up.
I mean, we can jump into the first part of our bracket if you want while we wait.
Yeah, at least see if we can get like maybe the first couple in there.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave his window open just in case it gets fixed. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Wait a
is that
minute.
you?
I hear him now.
I hear him. We hear you.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, we can
There
hear
we
you.
go.
I had to take the earphones off.
Yes.
Yeah, something's up with the AirPods then.
Look who made an appearance.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Logan.
Oh wait, is Logan here?
Yes.
Yes. Hold on.
You guys are a little dark. Hi.
How's it going? It's the man himself.
Yep.
How's it going, buddy? How you feeling? I heard you're a little sick. Oh, I hope you get better, man. But you've been the man of discussion here. We've been.
I'm already better.
You're already better. Awesome.
Good.
He's already climbing on me, so that means he's good.
So what's it been like meeting all these famous people and cosplaying?
You're asking me what it's like to. Let's go to more light. They're asking what is it like to meeting some famous people.
Good.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's your dream cosplay? If you could cosplay anybody.
Like if you could be any superhero, who would it be?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
So he's already living the dream.
I forgot that right now he's really into Power Rangers, so he really wants to be a Power Ranger right now.
Yeah, didn't we all when we were kids?
Exactly. That's what I told him. When I was your age, I used to watch all these Power Rangers stuff because he really likes Jason Day and Frank, Tommy Oliver, Tommy.
Ooh.
So I'm like, oh, that was my favorite too.
Did he get a chance to meet him at LA Comic Con because he was there?
No, but he did. the line that he had, I told him like, I'm like, hey buddy, there's a line to meet him, and he's like, I'm like, oh, and he saw the line like, well, can I just see him like from far? So I went in and like picked him up, and I was like, oh look, he's right there. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. That's the Green Ranger. Like, yeah, that's the Green Ranger. That's the White Ranger. That's the Zeo Ranger 5. That's the he's did a lot of Power Rangers.
He was a Red Ranger for a while, but I mean, for the most
Yes.
part, he's famous
And
for
right now, my dad's making me a Tommy Oliver Dino Thunder.
nice.
Ooh.
Yep. That's the other one that I'm making him for right now. The Dino Thunder Power Ranger, which I think is Tommy. He turned into this Black Ranger. It's where he got that line. I already guys heard the line. He says, I may be old, but I still look good in it.
Which
Yeah, right.
is a very Jason David Frank thing to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ah.
So that's pretty cool. So with like I said earlier, with Bad in the Sun, like DMing us, kind of like want to do a collab with Logan kind of thing. They know Jason David Frank actually like really well, like their family and stuff. So
In the sun.
putting it out in the universe, hopefully one day he'll get to meet him.
Maybe. In fact, maybe tagging him, saying, I want to meet you. Who knows? He's got celebrity power now.
Hey, you know what? We kind of did that back at Hardly Heroes. We did that with Austin St. John, and that got willed into power. So I mean, it can happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. I actually forgot that I should. Well, because he doesn't have no Power Ranger thing going on right now. Once I make him the Power Ranger, I'm definitely gonna start tagging, JDF and see where that gets us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, you don't have to, say like, I like he, meet him. All he just wants to meet him. Because he gets all shy anyways when he gets in front of them.
When he gets in front of the celebrities.
Yeah, he gets really like he doesn't know what to ask, and he'll just tell him, "Oh, I see your shows, I watch you," stuff like that.
I mean, he's 6.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
Oh, with time he'll be ready to replace me and Phil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be the one that takes over my show. So I mean, that's good.
hopefully one day. I'm like like they say, like hopefully he sticks to it where like he still wants to do it, but if not, I mean, like I said, that's what we're here for, to support. If he doesn't want to do it, he wants to go a different route. But luckily right now he does love all this stuff. He loves all the Marvel, DC stuff, and like I said, right now he's getting into Power Rangers, like really big into Power Rangers right now. And when this kid gets into something, he really gets into it. Like he wants everything from that, from everything from that thing. So
I want to see the route of Simu Liu, where like he just on Twitter one day just says, "I want to play this character," and like ends up playing that character.
Oh yeah, just like Tom Holland actually. That's what the whole Tom Holland thing. That's why I told him that Tom Holland did the same thing when it came to Spider-Man. He kept pushing like, oh, I want to play Spider-Man one day. Oh, I want to do Spider-Man, and that he kept doing like these stunts and videos of him like doing somersaults and all this stuff, and it was like home videos. And then Kevin Feige like actually hit him up, and they're like, hey, let's talk. And I told him like, see, that's you could do that if you want to be the next Spider-Man, because he said he wants to be the next Spider-Man. So like, yeah, you can do that. So because he's really good. He's really good at doing like flips and like stuff like that.
I do him on the bed, especially something from side.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's how people started. Like maybe we start recording him doing the flips and everything, sending him in. Like oh, okay, this could be the next next little Spider-Man.
Well, your dad said that you might have a YouTube show of your own soon.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we gonna show on your YouTube? What would you like to show on your YouTube channel? Oh, you have to figure it out. What kind of stuff would you think that people want to see?
I got tech.
Oh, cool. He's building Star Wars. Do you like Star Wars?
Oh, look, he's playing Lego stuff. Look.
Nice. Oh,
He's doing all. He already built those. See the one right there on the left. All those he already built them.
wow.
Which ones?
Oh, he's
The ones
talking
you
about
have
the
right-
ones you've already built.
Oh yeah, the speeder bikes.
Look. He already built that one. He did that like in 10 minutes. I know, right?
10 minutes?
I know.
You hear me? He's like in 10 minutes.
I'm telling you, because over here it takes us forever to build one of those things.
You have people wanting to ask you questions, what's your favorite food? They're saying ours is tacos, but what's yours?
I can guarantee James asked that because if it's saying ours are tacos.
What's your favorite food, buddy?
Pizza.
Oh yeah, that's a
He
good one.
loves pizza. He can literally eat pizza every day, to be honest.
So could I.
So like, but we have to
The only
obviously.
reason I don't eat pizza every day is because my wife stops me.
And the only reason he doesn't eat pizza because we stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
No one stops
So I hear your struggle, Logan. As an adult, you're gonna have the same struggle.
Actually, that's the fun of being an adult. And the scary part of being an adult is that you're an adult and nobody stops you. And also the good part of being an adult is nobody stops you.
That's the fun part about being an adult, that no one's gonna stop you, she says.
Yeah.
But you have a long way to go for being an adult, huh?
Oh yeah, you do.
A long
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you. Let's go, G.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Hmm.
Do you like any YouTube shows?
He said unspeakable.
Oh, okay.
Unspeakable?
Yeah, I guess I think they're like 2 or 3 guys that
No, there's 3
they do like pranks or like they
challenges.
I don't know.
They throw the
But he loves them.
Do you like any other YouTubers?
Yep.
Oh, tell them what YouTuber you just met
Oh, wait.
when you went to the early screening of Spider-Man.
I met Michael, the YouTuber.
Michael Lee. He actually had a cameo in the Spider-Man movie.
And he was
He came out, and so we went to there's this thing called this other influencer called Soups.
Mm-hmm.
He did a early screening fan event for Spider-Man on Wednesday, the last before the movie came out, and obviously you were able to get tickets and stuff like that. We weren't able to get tickets because they sold out really quick.
Yeah.
But around that time, I already had finished his Green Goblin actually that week on Monday. So I told him like, hey, we should go with your Green Goblin to and it was held in Burbank AMC's. That we should go with it in Burbank and just ride around there. And we got there around 3:30. The event started at 5:30. And Soups himself wasn't there. But when we got there, everyone was already taking video, taking pictures, all this kinds of like people came down from the lines and like, oh my god, can I take a picture of this guy? And this other guy, he had asked me like, hey, are you guys here for the event? I'm like, we are, but we don't have tickets. And I was like, oh dude, actually, the guy that runs, this throwing this, let me text him. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but no guarantees. I'm like, no, dude, you even trying is actually cool enough. So yeah, go for it. Like, yeah, we can. It's fine. We're just here, just to rile up the crowd, get it hyped up, things for the crowd. Like, all right, cool. So at that time, someone had already recorded him in the Green Goblin and sent it and tagged Soups, and he reposted it. So we already knew before he got there that he already had seen Logan in the Green Goblin suit. So like, okay, so he knows of us, he knows that Logan's there, kind of thing. So when he pulled up like around 5:15, which is like super late because the thing started at 5:30.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He pulled up with his whole posse and saw him, took a picture, all this stuff. He didn't say anything about the event. He just like, oh, pretty cool, took a picture and left. But the guy that talked to us earlier about it, like, hey, did he say anything? I'm like, no, he didn't. He just, he just took a picture. Like, oh, okay, give me a second. So I guess he went over there, talked to him because he came right back out like around 5 minutes after, and he's like, hey, just wait from right here. Like, you guys are good. I got you in. I'm like, you guys are going. This is Soup saying it to me. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, all right, cool. So yeah, just go get in line. So we're gonna go get in line, but before we got in line, Soups again comes up to like, you know what? Just stand right here next to the table. So they had a table where they're gonna put people in, and even before that, he like, you know what? Actually, come on. So he walked us in already to the theater and sat us down before anyone could go in. Like, you know what? Just sit down right here. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, so we're like, so we're good. Like, yeah, you're good. Just enjoy the show. I'm like,
Mhm.
what?
So
And so that was pretty cool.
Are there any events in your future coming up? Because we often ask, what's next for you? Are you planning on going to any cons? Because I know we're going to Capitola soon. Maybe see you guys there.
Which one is that one?
Capitola Con.
So it's in Capitola, California, kind of by San Jose.
Oh, no, that's a little far from our area.
Out of your range.
I think the farthest we've gone for like a con was San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, did I misspeak where you guys were located? I thought you were closer to us, but
we're in Glendale, California, like right here on where Burbank.
They're in the LA area.
oh,
Pretty
okay,
much LA.
you're in LA.
Yeah.
Because
That's
when
where
you
we're
said
at.
Burbank, I was like, oh, they're definitely not up here.
Yeah, no.
Like if you guys are in Burbank.
Yeah. Yeah, we're around here. So we go to like obviously LA Comic Con. They have Long Beach Comic Con around here, which is I think in January. They're gonna have one. And they have Anime Con, which is Anime Pasadena.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that one as well around here. So that for us, that'll be our next con. Will be the one in January 20 something, which is in Pasadena. It's this company, this studio called Nerdbot. They throw LA Comic Con of their own. That when it first started, it was small, but now it's gotten really big and it's really cool. A lot of great people go, great cosplayers. So we're definitely going to that one.
Maybe
That's
maybe
exciting.
you guys will see Noel's cosplay or the Fresno Deadpools.
What was that?
So maybe you guys will see Noel's cosplay or the Fresno Deadpools down that area.
Oh, they'll be going to that one.
I don't know.
Yes.
But I don't know if they'll be at those.
Well, maybe, yeah.
That's they tend to go to a lot of the ones in LA though.
Oh, okay.
They reach between Northern California and Southern California. That's their thing.
Oh.
They're kind of in between everybody, so they can kind of go everywhere.
Get you down, buddy. Hurting my neck. Oh.
What cosplays are you guys planning on doing for the upcoming cons?
Some big ones actually. So what I want to do now, it's kind of like start making cosplays where it corresponds to like certain movies that are coming out.
Mhm.
So for example, we're redoing the Batman one, so start taking out pictures for that and videos, so to promote the Batman coming out in March. Also want to do the big one that I want to do. It's Buzz Lightyear. So
are you doing a full on like Buzz Lightyear costume for him?
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
Because this company called do3d.com, they actually have the whole file already where you can build you could print the whole suit out. So I think him walking around in like a little Buzz Lightyear was pretty cool just because of his size as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that was
like a Buzz Lightyear action figure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that would be cool. So yeah, definitely doing that one, and we're doing Archangel
Ooh.
from X-Men.
Yeah.
I've had that idea for a while just because I already had the idea how to do his wings to like come out and then come in. Um, it's just a matter of like I needed him to be a little older, just so he could like withstand the whole wings and everything because it's gonna be just an attachment. So it's one of those where I would just put it on and then have him pull the string and it'll like wing out. And then right after the picture's done, just I can easily just take it off so he doesn't get tired, stuff like that. And obviously that requires like a lot of body paint. So I think he's old enough to do that.
Yeah. That'll
But
be
yeah, that's as far as I mean the other ones I told you was obviously the Michael Keaton Batman. That's the other one another big one that I want to do.
And is there anyone you guys are hoping to meet?
To meet? Oh wow, that's like a big list. Obviously, he would like to meet all the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah,
Like
obviously.
he would like to meet. We met one of his favorite ones already at the anime Pasadena they had like 2 weeks ago. His name is Tyler. He plays a Dino Thunder. Dino Charge. Sorry, Dino Charge. So here correctly.
I hear him correcting you, and it's
Dino Charge. Red Ranger. And he really wanted to meet him. Like I told him he was gonna be there, and like he's really big on that. That series right there is the one he really likes. So I told him, hey, he's gonna be over there. We went and he saw him, and it was just like I don't think I've ever seen this kid starstruck. Like he just did not know what to say. He was just like, oh my god. Like I'm like, talk to somebody, and he had no one around him, so he was talking directly to him. So he's like, hey buddy. I'm like, hi. I was just watching you earlier. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound creepy at all. I'm like,
he turns into SpongeBob when he meets Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
exactly. So like, yeah. So he met that one, and it was funny because Jason, the one that plays Jason the Red Ranger, he was there also. He didn't know that he was there, the original Red Ranger.
Yeah, that's
Someone had come up to his booth and said, "Hey, oh man, you're the Red Ranger. It's Morphin time." Did the whole thing right. So he heard it from like the side. He's like, "Wait, is that Jason?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's Jason from Red Ranger." Like, Dad, that's the original Red Ranger.
Yeah, that's Austin St. John. That's the
like,
one I was talking about.
Like, and he got all excited. He like, oh my god, that's the Red Ranger. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's right there. And so when he was saying that out loud, he heard him, and he's like, he turned and like, oh hey buddy, kind of thing. And he was like, he just got stuck. Like, oh my god. So for him, he would obviously the big one that I want him to meet. It is JDF because he's a big Green Ranger fan, a big Tommy fan. So that's one that I really want him to meet.
Yeah.
So for him, yeah, that one and Tom Holland.
Fact, Jason David Frank and Austin St. John to this day still don't get along.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why you don't see them together then.
Usually don't see them together because they've gotten into it in person in real life.
Why? Because they're both going after Kimberly?
I don't know. I think it was more like in real life. They just their personalities clashed and they just didn't get along.
Yeah.
Tempers flare on set. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Then now that you say, because when they reprise their roles, like when they come out, because Austin he has came out in new shows, like in the new series ones, but usually you would think that the Green Ranger will be there right next to him too, but you never see them together. So I always wondered, like that's like a missed opportunity kind of thing. But I see now why. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because Austin St. John and Jason David Frank don't get along in real life. That's why they don't have them in shows together.
Like, that's why probably he doesn't come out in that new because I know that they're doing Bat in the Sun. They're doing the Lord Dracon like little movie thing right now.
Mhm.
and the Black Ranger, the Asian guy, he comes out in the movie. Actually, he's actually one of the one of the Pink Ranger like comes out in it too. It's always wonder like, oh, like why wouldn't they get Austin? Like that'd be pretty cool to get him,
Mhm.
But that sucks.
I am curious. Is this stuff that you nerded out on as a kid, or?
Me? Oh yes.
Mhm.
That's what
Okay.
I used to tell him. Like I used to love Power Rangers. I like my dad would buy me. He bought me this big plush Red Ranger where like the head was like plastic, but the body was like plush. And
Oh, I had one
and
of those.
and I wanted the Green Ranger, but he wasn't. My dad at the time he worked he went to Colorado, and he obviously did not know exactly which one that I like. So
Mhm.
he just like, oh, you wanted the Power Ranger? Then oh yeah, and like okay, see if I can find it, which he already had it in his hand like at the time, but he was just like making me think like, oh, he's not gonna get it kind of thing. So he got home and he gave me the Red Ranger. Obviously, I was still stoked. I was like, what? I was super excited. Um, I think once I got a little older, I was still obsessed with them kind of thing to a point where like at that time I already I was able to get a phone. Like I could get like a ringtone. So I always would get the beep 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 like every
Oh
time I
yeah.
get a text. So to me, I thought I was like really cool when someone just text me. I'm like, oh, Dora been texting me.
Dude, did you ever go see Power Rangers live?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I got to see Power Rangers live when I was a
Oh,
kid.
that is so cool. I would have been cool to see.
Mhm.
I actually did not know.
Okay.
I didn't even know they did that. So like, not. I think like a couple of years ago, I found that out that they did that.
Yeah,
Like,
because that was my generation. I'm in my 30s, so I mean, like,
I'm
that
in
was
my
me.
30s as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Power Rangers live was a thing when we were kids, and it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got to go.
I find it so cool that now like it went around and like obviously like my kid like likes it to that point where like the same way I liked it. Like he's so passionate about it, and not only that, but he's not only staying with the new age ones. His favorite one is Tommy, which is like crazy to me because like that was my favorite one, and now
Yeah,
like you're in my age and you still gravitated towards Tommy. Like what? Like that's crazy to me.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Tommy was always my favorite one too.
Like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was about Tommy, but he was like everyone wanted to be Tommy.
The way I always put it was, yeah, Tommy might not be the leader because Jason's obviously the leader, right?
Mm.
But
Mhm.
it's like Tommy was always the most badass. So
Yep.
I
Yeah.
was always like, I always gravitated towards Tommy.
Yeah. I always wanted to have long hair, just like Tommy, but my mom never let me.
You know, it's funny. It was. I remember asking
He's letting
why
my
I
hair
couldn't.
grow.
Yeah.
Hmm?
He's letting my hair grow.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I remember being told that I couldn't be the Green Ranger because I was a girl. You can't
Oh
be the
wow.
Green Ranger. You're a girl. Yeah. You have to be the Pink Ranger, the Yellow Ranger.
Oh man. But look at that. We can gender bend now,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's the funny
and
one,
no one
right?
could tell us anything.
100%.
And it does kind of like that's one thing of the community where that does kind of suck because I do have a friend of mine that she cosplays her name is Gracie the cosplay last.
Hmm.
She does a lot of gender bending, and she recently did one like that. Everyone just like she just got bashed on like where like people were like sending in some really rude comments, and I'm like, but every time that she does like a gender bend, like no one like like just like no. That should stay like a male thing or la. I'm like,
There's just a lot
oh
of
my,
toxicity, right? Like you get a lot of these kids
yeah,
basically
I
like,
don't get
oh,
it.
it has to be this way, it has to be that way, or they were males and you can't do that and things like that. And it's like
Yeah, and
a lot of
like
that is, yeah, a lot of that is masculine toxicity. It's
oh,
just
Mhm.
definitely.
yeah. Yeah, and you get a lot of that in these communities. It's kind of what sucks is you get like these people who have these toxic personalities and are not
That's a
open
good
to new
one.
ideas.
That's
No,
kind of
yeah,
why That's kind of why I'm wearing my favorite character, Loki. You can't tell him anything. He's a girl. He's a boy. He doesn't care.
Yep.
He was a horse.
Exactly. But it's
He's an
like-
old man. He's a kid. He's black.
He was
doesn't care.
a horse that got pregnant in order to
Yeah.
give his dad a super horse.
Yeah, man.
Fun fact, that is true. That actually happened in the comic books and in lore.
Yeah.
Like, fun fact. Let me throw that in. Let me just let you know that it was a fun fact.
It's like,
He-
yeah,
he
fun
sings
fact.
bodies,
Loki's been
so-
it's like Loki's been trans since before
It's cool out here. Oh. He's gonna cuddle in again. He's been like obviously sick, so we've been telling him to just stay in bed and not do much. But you know he's a kid, so he doesn't want to stay in bed.
exactly.
Oh yeah.
He's more like, Dad, I do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll come back later. Remember? Mm,
Oh.
all right. Logan is calling it a night.
Well, good night, Logan. I'm actually happy that we got to talk to him at least for like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually wanted to talk. Like I'm saying he gets really like shy, like, but it depends on the person. I guess it's one of those where like, I guess he senses certain people's like, I don't know how to say like energy or something, or like if he says that you're like a good person, like you're like he'll definitely talk to you like nothing. But
Yeah.
other people he would just not talk. He was just like like not talk at all. With other ones he doesn't stop talking. It's figured I get to a point like okay, like this kid is talking too much. But like that's just how he is though. Like he
Just be like, Logan, you're on a YouTube show.
you know what? I do use that sometimes. Like, oh look, buddy, they want you to do this, and I'll tell like, oh, it's for YouTube. I'm like, oh really? Like, yeah,
I mean, we are on YouTube, so
right.
this is
So
live
technically, I'm not lying,
at all. Exactly.
but
James Savaro says you're an inspiration for how a father and son relationship should be in our nerd culture, and thank you.
oh, what was that? You.
He said you're an inspiration
Oh,
for
thanks,
what
man.
should be.
I'm glad you noticed because some other people they think I make Logan do a lot of stuff. You know.
No, I don't think kids do anything they don't really want to do. Especially, you can tell when a kid's not having fun when they don't want to.
Exactly, and that comes with a lot of his cosplay because I've had a bunch of people actually suggested, hey, you should do this for him. Hey, you should make this for him. And I'm like, I tell him straight out, like, oh, Logan doesn't really like that character, so I don't make it for him, you know. And obviously they'll come back with a reply like, well, why? Like, why don't you just make it? I'm like, well, because
Not how
he
this works.
doesn't like it, like, you know, like, and
Anyone that says that you're forcing him to do this has never tried to put a costume on a kid that doesn't want to wear it.
exactly that.
I mean,
and I think a lot of them
there
don't
are
even have
kids-
kids.
Yeah, I mean, there are kids where you can put them in a costume of a character that they do like, and they still don't want to wear the costume. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
my friend, his son wanted to dress up as Gecko from DJ Masks.
Uh-huh.
And he dressed up in the costume, but then when it came to putting the tail and the mask on, like he freaked out and didn't want to put the mask on. You know?
That's where they break ties. The mask once the mask comes on, that's where like nah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of kids already have the mask, and that's something that people would always ask with Logan because like I said, he had 2 years old. He was putting a full on face shell of
Mhm.
Deadpool, and he would wear it for quite a few times and like for like an hour or two. And like I said, I made where the lenses would come out so he could obviously when he's just walking, I could just take it off. But he was just, chilling kind of thing, and I'll be trying to like, oh, you good, buddy? Like, you want to take it off kind of thing? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, just let me know when you want to take it off. But people really think that I leave it on, like, "Oh my god, I take that thing off of him. He can't breathe." I'm like, I'm sure if my kid can't breathe, he will tell me
Yeah.
he can't breathe.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
But I mean, like I said, at the end, you can't win with these people.
I know, and also off camera, 'cause I see James Rivera commenting on it. Off camera, I asked you if you were supporting any charities. He mentioned Project Wish, which is they help kids
With
with
pediatrics.
stuff. So yeah, pediatric meet celebrities and fulfill their wishes, kind of like Wish Upon a Star. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to meet them too, because they're actually friends with Austin St. John. So
Oh, they are. That's right.
hmm
Oh wow!
I'm still jealous. They met my favorite actor. Still jealous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
John Barrowman.
Which one?
Mhm.
John
John Barrowman.
Barrowman. He was he was in the Arrow, but he was also
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's actually one thing they had asked us about, like charity stuff, and
Mhm.
the truth is we don't know how to go about it. Like we don't know where to go, how to, what to do, because
Yeah, I
we don't
mean,
want to like. I know it's like a sensitive thing when it comes to like stuff like that. Where like we don't want to offend anyone,
right.
so we're like how to go about it. So no one has really reached out to us as far as like, hey, this is what this is about. This is what you guys could do, and stuff like that. I mean, if we
Mhm.
had definitely like way more like in-depth information, I mean, I would love to do it. Like I said, like that make a wish thing. That's actually pretty cool. I have a
Mhm.
buddy that does that. His name is Paul Star Hero. He does that in he's from London, so he does that over there. And he's told me about it, like what he does, and and it seems like honestly it seems really cool and very inspirational, just because a lot of these kids, like, they don't have a lot, they don't get to see a lot, stuff like that, and it sucks. It does suck. Like me, I get emotional with stuff like that, to be honest. So I think that's why I haven't really fully committed to it, because I think I'm gonna be bawling every time I go over there, like, oh my god. uh, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and I did, like I said, I've been wanting to do it just because I think it will show Logan something where, like, you know show him some kind of like, I don't know, how can I put it, like, so he sees that, where he's at, and how it is, what he's doing, like it's a big thing that he's doing, and not just cosplaying. Like, it brings other people's smiles and stuff like that, you know
Yeah.
so yeah, definitely. Yeah,
We'd be
James.
happy to connect you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, James, him, DM me. I would love to know more about that.
Yeah, and I mean, just so you know who James is my co-host on the on the podcast.
Okay.
So he, he's another big big name when it comes to distance nerding. But I mean,
Was he with you in LA Comic Con?
yeah. So
Mhm.
he was basically my wrangler. He was the dude that was behind me, taking pictures and making
Okay,
sure
okay.
I was going where
I remember him.
like that.
We've got
no details with us.
3 shows technically at this point. He's
Yeah.
got one gaming show by himself, and then 2 shows that are kind of like this format.
So like every Monday we do this 6 to 8, build Lego, interview people. We usually do brackets, but we skip the bracket because we figured, hey, let's actually like focus on the interview and talk to you guys.
Oh, wow,
Uh,
thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man. Actually, the one that we had in place was a best music bracket. So it was like, we're starting with pop music, then we're gonna do country, then we're gonna do hip hop, then we're gonna do rock. And the idea is like a Sweet 16 bracket to try and get to who was the best artist of the 90s, based on this bracket, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
So
where's the
like,
bracket at?
well, we have it, but the show's about to end here, so we're not gonna
Oh,
do it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, oh, where's the
We were
bracket?
gonna
But what
we
we're
were
gonna
going
do
to
it
do
next
it,
week.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's that right there. On Wednesdays we do the news, and then sometimes we do other segments and whatnot. And then we also record the actual podcast if we actually write the show. If not, if it's just the news, then we just do the news. And that starts at 7:30 and goes to whenever. And then the gaming. So I game stream too, but I don't have a schedule for that. It's just whenever I play games, I stream it.
Yeah.
I need to start making a schedule for it, but it's also I need consistency for that too. So
Yeah.
It's slow going, but it's definitely coming together.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere. They say.
Right. Just real
Yeah.
quick, I want to show everybody what I've got so far. So basically the cockpit on the front of the ship right here. Right. And it's got like the wing assembly without the wings on it. Right. Now remember, this whole thing is a modified Imperial shuttle. So there's that. And like I said, I've got the first speeder bike right there.
Jesus.
There's a second speeder bike right here, slightly smaller.
And do you glue these things, or they just leave
No,
them
I
as is?
Any of it. In
So
case
do they fall apart sometimes?
No, not really.
Because I was doing my nephew. He's a big like Lego person. Like he loves doing them. He had gotten the Stormtrooper one, and I went to his house and he wanted to show it to me. So I like grabbed it, and one of the pieces fell off, and he was pissed. And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I'm trying to put it back, but ever since I tried to put it back, that one right there. Every time I try to put it back, the left piece kept falling off. More pieces kept falling off. I'm like, "Oh my god, why does it keep falling off?" And he was just like, to a point where he's 10 years old, so he wanted to cry. I'm like, "I'm so sorry, Ethan. I'm so sorry." Like, and my sister, that's his kid. She was like, "He just finished this right now." Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't think it was gonna fall off. That was
I didn't
cool.
hear. Did you tell him about how you launched one of your pieces off a car?
Oh yeah. I dropped one of my projects off the top of my car, off my work car. So I left it on top of my car because I was showing my neighbor. It was the Adam West cowl.
What?
Yeah, and I dropped it. It's actually sitting right here.
Is it still in pieces?
Still in pieces.
Oh. You were able to find all the pieces?
I don't know. I haven't gone through it yet. I need to.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, they only fall apart when you leave them on the roof of a car.
Yeah.
This is why we don't take our pieces outside for show and tell.
God. Terrible. So yeah, it is time to end here. I don't know if Phoenix told you about the dance party. I'm sure she forgot.
Oh no, she did. She did.
Inception.
Dance party. Oh my god, is that me in the background? Look at that. That's adorable. You see my face and everything.
Let me.
So we're getting ready to do the dance party here.
I got something.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
You vote on me redoing the Adam West cow, huh? So yeah, so this
I definitely vote on that.
I might have to do like a sped up redo on that one, but be nice if I had a ring light. I do, but it's it's kind of stuck on the other side of my table. James,
I'm like, I thought I did see a ring light though.
No, because it's not on my face right now, so he's making fun of me. He's basically being the peanut gallery because that's what he does when you're the producer of a show, right? So this is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go ahead and get ready for this. Now, before we do the dance party, my whole thing here is doing the pluggables, which I already have your plug on the screen right there. But go ahead and tell us where to find you on any social media and anything like that. What are your plugs, man?
We can find me at obviously IG Logan Dominic Cosplay. Twitter is Logan Dom Cosplay. That's where I actually put a lot of stuff that I don't put in IG. So like kind of like a before you see it on IG. And TikTok is Logan Dominic Cosplay 23. That one you can see more of Logan's personality. He does like little dance videos, stuff like that. Yeah, and that'll be all. That's all my plugs there.
All right, Phoenix, pluggables.
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Phoenix Fire, not hard to find me. And as always, this is Nerding.
All right, and you all know me. I'm your boy, Young Phil. Here on the mixing ones and twos with no turntables at all. Anyways, you can always find us at Distance Nerding wherever social media exists. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. We're not on TikTok. We probably should be on TikTok,
should be.
but we're not.
TikTok is the place to be right now.
Yeah, but we're not that creative, so that's kind of the problem, you know. Of course, you can find us on GeoCities, MySpace, Latin Corner, Black Planet. Basically, if it exists, we're there. Outside of that, it's time for the dance party. So let's bring this down and go right there. Who am I going to start with? Let's go right here. Yes!
Distance Nerding.